What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, I want to play some audio, right, from Kobe Bryant, that directly contradicts what LeBron James said about rings not matter, like rings don't matter, right? And when he, especially with LeBron James playing in Los Angeles, and then him saying that, you know, he should have known that that definitely wasn't going to fly. Um, and so he tried. What he tried to do was like try to change the narrative. Like people are saying that Charles Barkley is not great. Um, Patrick Ewing is not great. Steve Nash is not great. Like all of these great ball players who won who won at the NBA level and who were really really good at the NBA level, but never won a ring. Right? None of those guys, not even themselves, like put themselves in a class with like a Kobe or Magic or Bird. They just don't do that. Right? And so LeBron James tried to change the narrative, and then, but especially with the ring thing. So Michael Jordan, his goal was to catch Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. That was his goal. Kobe Bryant, wanted to catch Michael Jordan, and he said, and I'm gonna play the audio a little bit, from here. And he said that was his goal, to catch, to not only to catch Mike, but also like his play on the court. If he had a court Mike with 6 rings, or say Kobe Bryant got 7 rings, and then on top of that, his play on the court, like what you see from Kobe, definitely Kobe was he already, if you ask me, Kobe Bryant is already in that discussion as like one of the greatest to ever play, right? I don't think he's the GOAT. I still think Mike's the GOAT. But if Kobe had a won 7 rings, or 6 rings, plus the way the way he play on the court, his dedication to the game, that's a strong argument right there. You know, but with the way Kobe played, that wasn't enough to get him, to be able to steal that title from Mike. It just wasn't enough. So LeBron James trying to change the narrative, um, you know, when everybody, it was always about winning championships. Isaiah wanted a championship so bad. Isaiah won 2 championships, and I think, he cried when he won a championship. I think Michael Jordan cried when he won a championship. So it's always been about rings and winning, because of what goes into not just the jewelry itself, but like what goes into getting that ring and winning that championship, because that's really what matters. That just shows your dedication and your level of commitment. Winning rings. Like if you say winning is not everything. You never hear champions in any sport say that winning is not everything. Um, you don't hear like a Tom Brady. You hear people more so if they'll say winning is not everything, it's the only thing. Those kind of guys are just fanatical about it. And basketball is only a game. You never hear that. Only person who considers themselves to be the GOAT that I ever hear her say that was LeBron James. And he is not on those guys' level. And so what I want to do right now is I'm getting ready to play what Kobe Bryant, before Kobe Bryant passed, what he said about winning and what it means to the Laker organization. And LeBron James is with the wrong organization to try to get over with this. He couldn't have had word. I can see if you was with the Charlotte Hornets and you said this, or if you was with you know, the Washington Wizards and you said, winning ain't everything. We can expect that. But you playing with the Lakers, you can say all right. So listen to what Kobe say.
Laker legacy will be that of a champion. That's why we play. That is the most important thing. It's number one. It's not about how much you like the person. It's not about how many points that person scored. It's not about how many assists that person had. It's how many championships did they bring to the city of Los Angeles. That is the most important thing. You have a responsibility to the city of Los Angeles to bring championship banners. You have to understand that nothing else matters. Second place does not matter. Second place means you're the first loser. You know, you have that mentality here. That's what gets you there. This franchise does not hang division banners. It does not hang conference championships. We hang one banner and one banner only, and that's NBA titles. Right. So you have to start there. You have to understand that that's what this is.
And I mean, it can't be. You can't say it any more plain than that. It can't be any more obvious than that. Everybody who knows or who follows basketball, follows the Lakers, the Celtics. They know that that's what it's all about, those banners. And Kobe Bryant said they don't even hang conference banners. They just hang championship banners. Finals, it's about winning at all costs, and that's the only thing that matters. He said that you are the first. It just means that if you don't, you're the first loser. And that's what separates, like, people like Kobe Bryant with that type of mentality. That's what separate those guys. Those guys who are willing to have the type of dedication and commitment to the game, whereas though that's a whole nother level. It's a whole different level. Like going from college to the professional levels. Like if you play college basketball Division 1, you think you work hard. Then when you get to the NBA, it's a step up. You work harder. But then within that NBA, you got a couple more levels from that. Like people who are perennial, like all-stars. Then you got people who are over, like Kobe and Mike, who and Magic and Bird, who are over top of, like, the guys who perennial all-stars, or people who make the all-star team all the time. It's just so many different levels to this. And LeBron James, he lose credibility when he said, like, championships and that kind of stuff don't matter, when that's the main reason for LeBron James leaving Cleveland in the first place. He left Cleveland because he didn't feel like they were able to put the talent around him to allow him to win. you know and I think throughout LeBron James's whole career, LeBron James has made some missteps, and he has been like his own worst enemy. Number one, I think LeBron James thinks that because his talent is his talent, that he could do it by himself. That he didn't need great coaches, great general managers. He felt like he could do it by himself, and he wasn't able to do it. You know, Kobe Bryant just said it. It's nothing else matters except for championships. And from a fan standpoint, right? When you watch somebody perform, like all of the greats that people name, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. When you watch those, if you've had the privilege of following those guys' careers, and you follow the ups and downs, the the victories that they had, the setbacks that they had, fans get vested in that type of journey with those players. They get vested in that type of journey with those teams, and that just make you closer to the organization. That's why like certain fan bases are just crazy. Like Laker fan base is crazy. Even though Detroit haven't had success, in a while, and they starting to come back, but Boston fan base, Cowboy, you got certain fan bases around this country, man, that just are just fanatical about their team. And that's because their expectation is different from some other teams, like like the Wizard fan base or the Charlotte Hornet fan base. They don't have that tradition there. They don't have that history, so they don't have that expectation, and their fan base is not to the level of like a their fan base is not to the level of like a Laker fan base or a Celtics fan base or like a Cowboys fan base, or Pittsburgh Steelers fan base. Like people who used to win, and that their fan base, people outside of those fan bases might think they fanatical or crazy, but that's just the level and like what they just used to winning like that. And so LeBron James couldn't be a part of those kind of fan bases because he don't have that mentality. And those fan bases, you play it anywhere where those fan bases have such a high expectation, and those fan bases, they see right through like LeBron, like Laker fans, they can't wait for LeBron James to be gone from there because that's not something that they used to. They're not really used to seeing that or somebody with that type of mentality towards basketball. And so, yeah, but Kobe Bryant, Kobe Bryant just, basically just contradicted LeBron James and let everybody know that LeBron James was lying. The Laker, it's all about championships for Lakers. And so what else can I say? That's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you out on the next video. Peace.